What's up, guys? Doomwake here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be bringing you something that I know a lot of people have very fond memories of, and a lot of y'all really enjoy this particular deck list. Maybe it's a little bit different than the last versions that we played. Before we continue, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the video. And please, if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Approaching 5,500 subscribers, so that's really awesome. Thank y'all for showing support on the channel, and I really appreciate it. Glad that you guys are enjoying the content as much as I am enjoying making it for you. Oh, I don't want to show that card. So today we're going to be playing some Zoo. This is actually a deck list that was presented to me for Donation Deck Thursday, which we do every Thursday on the channel, and we do donation decks for $20, and I play your deck live on the Twitch stream. So this is a deck list that the user who submitted this has submitted a couple of Zoo decks in the past, and every time we play it, I'm just, I'm in love with this deck, regardless of how good it is, good or bad it may be in the format. I just really enjoy casting these Zoo cards, and that's Tribal Zoo, Domain Zoo, as it were. So, a lot of the stuff you may have seen before, but if you haven't, we're building around the Territorial Kavu and Scion of Draco, which are domain payoffs. Domain pays you off for having a bunch of different land types. These are both coming in from Modern Horizons 2. And the way that you kind of sidestep, the domain, like you can have full domain on turn 2, and that's with these triomes. So triomes providing you 3 different land types, which means if you pair the triome with the opposing shock land, you now have 5 types of lands on turn 2 to either cast Scion of Draco on turn 2 because its cost reduced to 4/4, or Territorial Kavu fully powered up as a 5/5 on turn 2, which is pretty powerful. And, I mean, the rest of this deck, Tribal Flames, which is an oldie but a goodie, is legal in Modern due to its printing in, I believe it was time-shifted? It was time-shifted. So, Tribal Flames is another domain payoff, which allows you to, 2 mana for a 5 damage spell pretty consistently, again, with those triomes. And then the rest of the deck is kind of just removal, haste threats, and mana acceleration. So the rest of the removal, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix. And then the other haste threats that we have are Bloodbraid Elf, Mantis Rider, and Ragavan. Bloodbraid Elf is maybe a little bit weaker in this deck because of these 8 1-drops, but, even though there are 8 1-drops which aren't the best to hit, it's still pound for pound on 4 mana, like having a 3/2 haste. Also, the First Strike and Trample buffs it gets from Scion of Draco are both pretty relevant, so just having like a gold creature that has good stats and has haste, having 2 good abilities with the Scion is pretty powerful. Mantis Rider in combination with Scion is also pretty messed up because it just has hexproof. So Mantis Rider with hexproof is, as you can imagine, probably pretty good. So there's that as well. And then we have some mana acceleration here in Noble. We're doing a split of Ignoble and Noble because our colors are kind of split across evenly for those particular color requirements. I think maybe Noble is a little bit better, but we have a lot of red cards, so I don't want to play 4 Noble Hierarch because our deck is mainly red. So I think the split is good. So it could be and the reason of the split is because Ignoble doesn't really cast Iteration or Mantis Rider that well. So we want to do a little bit of a split there. And then Iteration is sort of our card advantage type spell. Sometimes other versions play other threats instead of Iteration, but when you're playing this much burn, Iteration is quite good, just being able to Iteration into Tribal Flames Bolt or something like that. Just being able to find you that additional reach to close out the game, which can be pretty important. The mana base is a point of contention, mostly because Verdant Catacombs is, we were talking about this before we started the league. Verdant Catacombs is a little bit weak because it doesn't get Sacred Foundry, or Steam Vents. So not getting Sacred Foundry or Steam Vents is a little bit tough, but the thing is, you're looking to pair these triomes respectively with Breeding Pool and Sacred Foundry. So this not getting Sacred Foundry is tough, but it gets Breeding Pool, so you can still set up Savai Triumph plus Breeding Pool. But yeah, that's something to consider, and I think these are the 2 best triomes that you can play. You don't want to play the blue-red triomes, because when you pair the blue-red triomes with a different shock land, that combination doesn't cast Iteration off of those 2 lands. So I think pairing it with these non-blue-red triomes are pretty good. And then the only other pair would be Indotha but Indotha plus Steamfence also doesn't cast Iteration. So these are the only two Triomes that you can pair with Shocklands to allow you to cast Iteration off of those two lands. Just a quick note in the mana base, because that's honestly the hardest part about building these decks, is getting the fetch land, Shockland, Triumph split right, and it's not easy. Going over to the sideboard, we have some Path to Exiles for bigger creatures like Murktide Regent and Death Shadow, Draenith Magistrate for Cascade, Hushbringer for Fury / Solitude decks, Rest in Peace for Dredge, Shadow, Living End, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, we're a Giganta deck too, don't forget. And we also have Wear Tear, which is for Urza Saga, Hammer Time, those kind of decks. And then, last but not least, our Giganta, because it is a free roll, and I would recommend playing it over the 14th sideboard card. Basically, if your deck can play a companion, you should be playing a companion over the 14th sideboard card. If you have unless you have a really good reason to not play a companion. But anyways, that is the deck list, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to showcase you. Again, this is a league that we played live on stream last night, recording this on Friday, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit for number one. All right, we have a one-lander with a Ragavan, but we're on the play. This can get Stomping Ground. Opponent did not reveal a companion. This hand's pretty sketchy. I kind of think it's a mulligan, but I think it's super close. I mean, Ragavan on the play is good, but I think if any one of these 5 cards was a second land, I would Snapkeep, but I think I'm going to ship this. It's a little too risky. And this is kind of the same hand, but worse because we have an ETB tap land. So I'm going to go to 5. And so this is blue, black, green. So this is red, white. I'm just gonna keep these 2 and 3 Kavus, right? Yeah, I guess. All right, let's go. Hope that 3 Kavus is good enough. Yeah, we're playing it today. It's gonna be the 3rd deck that we have today. So the 3rd deck, which should be roughly around 6 p.m. Eastern, give or take. Ooh, my hand's Inquisition proof. I like that. Hand is Inquisition proof. Which one do you want to take? Tough decision. Tough decision here. All right, they decided on Territorial Kavu. It's a good choice. It's a good choice if I do say so myself. Let's get Sacred Foundry. Green, red. Smallpox. I don't like that. Well, it's bad. So I guess I'm just going to keep the land and hope that I draw another 2-drop. It sucks if I draw a Scion of Draco because I only have 1 Sacred Foundry. But this could always get we have Savai Triumph, right? Yeah, so basically, if I draw another Kavu or a Draco, this can get Savai Triumph, and the turn after I can play Draco, so I'm just going to discard this. Feels bad, but actually, maybe it's better to just keep this and hope to draw land. I'm not really sure. I'm probably in a bad spot no matter what I do. I'm gonna keep the Kavu. I think it's higher upside. Sack the Sacred Foundry. So that way any red source gives me a 4/4. Go. That is not the card we wanted to see. We have a Saga. And a Thoughtseize. Oh, yeah. Catch him, indeed. Isaac, thank you for the 8 months. Really appreciate that. Vegas is going to be fun. I'm super hyped for it. Super duper hype. Chat, raise your hand if you're going to Vegas. The Rack. The Rack has entered the arena. Let's get Stomping Ground. Green, red. Play a Kavu. Your turn. Oh, don't sad, Jaggy. It's fine. House is going. Alright, so we go to 8. They don't have a land, though. Ooh. Did we win the race? 4, 8. I don't quite win the race. I could just keep that in my hand to take less damage off the rack. It's pretty bad if they find a discard spell, though. Interesting. What's my out? What is my out this game? Attack for 4, they go to 13. Tribal Flames you to 9. They get a second rack, I go to 2, and then even if I keep the card in hand, I'm just dead no matter what. If I keep this card, they get a second rack, I go to 4, and then I can keep a card in hand, I would go to 2, and just hope they don't find a discard spell. I think I'm probably more likely to win if I do that, but it's pretty close, because I can exile their Ravenscrime with the Kavu. I just, like, hope they don't find the discard spell. But maybe it's not likely. But I'm pretty sure if I cast the Tribal Flames, I'm giving myself no outs to win this game, so... Why did they let me attack? Well, that was a misclick on their part. They should have definitely pushed the Kavu before attacks. What's up, Da Vinci? In blue-white control stock, do I prefer a 3 big tap or 2 Teferi 1 Jace? I haven't played a ton of blue-white, and by that I mean I haven't really played any blue-white. I would imagine a split is better, but I don't know. You could probably sell me on either or. Alright, we are drawing dead. Alright, playing against 8 rack. Let's bring in Wear Tear for Saga in the rack. I could bring in Rest in Peace, specifically just for Ravenscrime, but I don't think it's worth it. And I'm just going to cut... I'm not really sure what I want to cut. Maybe Helix? It's my clunkiest burn spell. They don't play creatures. Let's do that. I don't want Path. I don't think I want Rest in Peace. It's too narrow. This matchup feels not great for us, though. I will say that. Alright, Giganta. So, no red mana and 4 red cards. Don't really think I can keep this. I hate mulliganing against the rack, but if I don't draw a red source, I can't play Magic, so... Man, if this is a fetch land, we go turn 2 Scion, turn 3 Kavu. Feels bad, man. Okay, so... This is blue-red. I have to keep this. I think I put back Tribal Flames. And then we go Temple Garden, Ignoble Hierarch. Or I could just go ignore the Hierarch, fetch No, we don't have Abzan Triumph, right? That's what, okay. Yeah, let's just go Temple Garden Hierarch then. Yeah, Wear Tear seems good, but other than Wear Tear, this matchup seems kind of rough. Not gonna lie. Thoughtseize. I would imagine they take the Iteration, because I can't cast the Scion. Breeding Pool 2 Iteration on 2 for another land. Yeah, I thought about that, but the problem with that is... I'm farther away from the Scion, but maybe I should have assumed they had a discard spell anyways. Because now I'm in this spot where, like, I don't really want to cast Iteration here. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have picked up Giganta there, instead of attacking. I should have just played this untapped and pick up Giganta. Okay. So, discard Bolt, sack this, keep the lands that cast Iteration. Let's do that. Yeah, that's fair. Like, if I take that line, and they take the Iteration, then I'm only on 3 sources to cast the Scion, you know what I mean? Like, they would just Thoughtseize the Iteration at that point, and then my board would be Breeding Pool Steam Vents with a Scion of Draco in hand, which is super awkward. So, yeah. Best draw here is Ragavan. No, I'm not going to cast that. Not going to cast that. What's up, Master TG? How you doing, buddy? Mishra's Factory. Alright, the rack resolves. The rack again resolves. So we take 2, go to 14, we cast Iteration. We have a Kavu, a Wear Tear, and a Foothills. So... do we need a threat here? I mean, they only have 2 cards in hand. I don't really think we need to take the Wear Tear. I think we can just put Kavu in hand and then exile Foothills. And then get Savai to make a 5/5 Kavu. Yeah, I think I like that better. Like, maybe it's risky not taking the Wear Tear there, but I don't know. We have 3 cards in our hand. For right now, we can stay above the rack. Obviously, it's worse if they find a discard spell, but... They don't really have an answer to Scion. Well, they have Smallpox, right? But, like, if we curve Hierarch into Smallpox and we just sack the Hierarch, they don't really have a good answer to that. Okay, I'm going to discard the Zagoth Triumph to this. And then I'm going to fetch Savai Triome. And just kind of hope that I find a land here so I can kill Liliana and play Kavu. So they have 0 cards in hand. Options are play Kavu, play Ragavan, take 4. Kill Liliana, don't play Ragavan, take 2. So that is 7. Next turn, draw a card, play Kavu, keep 2 cards in hand, go to 5. I kind of think kill Liliana, pass is my best line. Just don't play the Ragavan to take an extra 2 damage. Dash Rag Flames. But then I'm taking 4 off the rack. Like, I'm just not sure if I want to put an extra card. You know what I mean? Oh, no, because I pick up the Ragavan. You're right. Yeah, because the Ragavan gets picked up. You're right. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Because the Ragavan gets picked up. Yeah, you're right. I'm dumb. This is better. This is just a free 2 damage at that point. If I'm going to play the Territorial Kavu anyways, or the Tribal Flames. Yeah, it's just a free 2 damage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's just a free... That's just 2 points on the house. 2 points on the house. So we're trying to fade... What's the worst thing for us? I mean, even just like a discard spell is kind of not the best for us, but... This would have been a lot better had I not dealt them 1 point of damage and put Jagantha in my hand, because I would just have an extra card in my hand. That play was so bad. When I dealt them a point of damage instead of picking up Jagantha. That's going to cost me this game, I think. Like Smallpox is worst case? Yeah, Smallpox is not great either. Okay, so they're holding up the Mishra's Factory to block Ragavan. I'm just going to play Kavu now, right? Just Kavu pass. Because they can eat the Ragavan. They just animate and then pump it. So I'm just going to play Kavu. Now if they draw Smallpox, I'd probably lose. Now Smallpox is definitely worst case. Yeah, the 5/5s are good. We have to, like... We can't play too many cards, though, because these racks are a little sketch, you know? I think I mean, my best draw is probably Iteration, right? Iteration's certainly my best draw at this point. Looks like they found a discard spell. Fatal Push. Are they gonna animate a factory? It seems like they are. So we go to 6, we go to 4. Yeah, this is kind of sketchy. Because they could pump the factory, put us to 6. Alright, so we go to 4. If I play Kavu, I'm dead on board. I'm just dead on board no matter what I do, right? I could choose to do nothing and pick up Jagantha, then they just attack me for 4. If I play Kavu, I block a factory, go to 2, and then dead on board to the Rex. It sucks because I think I win this game if I just pick up Jagantha on turn 2 instead of attacking for 1, but yeah. I think that game was pretty easily won if I had just not attacked them for 1 that turn. Not keeping 1 leaders against Luris. Breeding Pool Helix. This can get Savai Triumph, though. Which cast Iteration. I think I'm going to put back Tribal Flames. I don't like this hand, but... They have a Bloodstained Maya. This is Grixis Shadow, maybe? Could be. Would not mind drawing, like, a Hierarch. Hey, look, a Hierarch. It's almost like I called that. It's almost like I called that. Yeah. Yeah, this is almost certainly Grixis Shadow. Grixis Shadow. Alright, let's, I guess I can just Steam Vents pick up Giganta. Because I kind of wanted to get Savai Triumph, but I can always just get a Black Source next turn. It's not that big of a deal. I think this is fine. Unfortunately, I can't cast Iteration without playing my land first. So that's why I didn't play Iteration that turn. I could probably Iteration next turn, try to hit like a Kavu. Dress down. Okay. I've been dressed down. Bloodcrypt Savai. Yeah, so I guess I can't, like, Iteration into an untapped Black Source. Which is kind of sketch. Yeah, no, I know that, I know that. But, like, if I draw Scion, I could just, like, fetch a tapped Black Source. You know what I mean? That's not good. So, now I probably have to go... God. Fetch an untapped red source. Helix plus Bolt the Croxa, and then they just get to flash it back. I don't really have a better line, though. Like, I don't want to just get clapped on by the Croxa, right? I guess I could try and burn them out? Do you think is that a more realistic chance to win than just, like, trying to throw a bunch of resources at the Croxa a million times? Good Iteration first. But then I don't have double red to kill the Croxa if I do that. I have 9 damage in my hand. It's possible if I, like, Iteration into a Tribal Flames, put them to 9, and then just have lethal. But then... it's really sketchy. Yeah, I don't know if I like that line. I'm just gonna kill the Croxa. It feels really bad, but... let's get Sacred Foundry. Red. White. Guess I could go Bolt, Bolt, play Hierarch Attack for 2. It's probably better. Bolt this. Bolt this. Play Hierarch. Oh, no, I can't because they have... yeah, they have Delirium. Okay, that was stupid. I forgot that the Croxa puts them at Delirium. They take 1 hit. Yeah, but, like, taking a hit, then letting them untap with all of their mana, like, makes it a lot more sketchy for me. Right? Like, if I let them untap with all their mana, then they could just have a counterspell. I guess I'm just going to lose the game if they have a land, but... I'm in a bad spot no matter what. So now I have to discard Giganta. Yeah, this is kind of dumb, right? Because now I'm still in a horrendous spot. Like, kind of helps. Okay. Sure. So now I can, like, chump block with Hierarch, discard Helix, attack back for 6, put them to 7. It's not great. 70% in this matchup against my buddy who has it built. Really? This matchup does not seem great. Does not seem like the best matchup. They didn't leave up red mana. Interesting. I would imagine they're a little bit favored. It might not be by a ton, but I feel like they're probably favored. Yeah, that's fair. Like, you have some good card advantage engines. Like Iteration and Bloodbraid Elf. And they don't have a ton of ways to deal with this. Maybe they have Unholy Heat, but... Okay, that one probably doesn't matter. Drown in the Lock. So they're gonna kill the Hierarch. Well, now I get to eat their Channeler. Just take 6 and go to 3. I mean, I have to go to 3. So discard the Helix. I think my only out is discard Helix, Iteration into 2 burn spells, right? Because if I discard this, I go to 6 and I have to chump block. Yeah, that's my only out here. I can't afford the chump block this turn. That is not... Chump blocking is not a winning line. So, Iteration into 2 burn spells. Or to the land. That works too. Okay, so bring in Path. Bring in Rest in Peace. Helix seems kind of bad. Maybe not a fan of the Hierarchs, because you just kind of want higher card quality. And they're a little bit weaker if they're loading up on removal anyways. Let's just do that. Yeah, Cake Command is the problem. I think I like Ragavan on the play more than the Hierarchs. It's pretty close, though. I think those are the last cuts. Maybe Bolt's, actually. But Bolt's like my one clean answer to a turn 1 Ragavan. So I don't really want to cut Bolt, I don't think. Oh, thanks, Parrot John. Appreciate the kind words, buddy. Yeah, on the draw, maybe cut Rags. Like, on the draw, I think you get more consistency out of the Hierarchs. So I could see that for sure. Bolt into Scion. Yeah, the scene seems fine, right? Yeah, turn 2 Scion, turn 3 Rider. Potentially a turn 1 Bolt for a Ragavan if they play it. The sand seems perfect. Not perfect, but sand seems acceptable. I'm going to lead on this, because these get more lands than the Heaths. Bobble themselves. Another Booble. Good. No turn 1 play is really good for us. So what's our setup going to be? Do we want Savai Breeding Pool? Or do we want Zagoth Sacred Foundry? I think with the Rider, I'd rather go Savai Breeding Pool. Probably doesn't matter that much. Let's go Savai Breeding Pool. I don't know how much it matters, but... Thank you, Isaac. Don't forget to follow the stream chat. If you are not already following the stream, that is. You can't follow if you're already following. If you catch my drifts. It is literally free. It is literally free. Thank you, Parachon. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it matters too much. Can I ask why we are not playing Shardless Agent in this deck? It seems great. Shardless Agent is kind of awkward when you're playing with Hierarchs. Because, like, it's so perfect because now they can't drown. That was so clutch. But yeah, Shardless Agent's kind of awkward if you're playing with Hierarchs. So that's the reasoning for not playing it. God, drawing a non-fetch land is so good there, so I can't get drowned. Alright, no haste. Fine. Fine, no haste. Take 4. Rider has hexproof? Yeah, but they could drown it on the stack. You know what I mean? They could counter it. That's why I wanted to draw a fetch land. I wanted to draw a non-fetch land there, because I didn't want them to be able to counter the Rider. It was so perfect. Because they just can't do anything about it, you know? They can't counter it, they can't kill it, so. Oh, right, for sure, yeah, because now they can't kill it. So now they probably have to take Tribal Flames? Yeah, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Fell for the clickbait. Got him. Got him. They took the Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. It took Bloodbraid Elf and then conceded. Cool. You want to try Hierarch over Rag on the draw? I think I like that. I like Hierarch over Rag on the draw, I think. No, they couldn't have bolted it. I know that. Thinking that maybe. Alright, what do we got? Game number 3. Game number 3. Giganta. Niambi Esteemed Speaker. This hand has a lot of good 2-mana cards. It has a distinct lack of removal and 1-mana cards, though. This hand is pretty sketchy if they have a turn 2, if they have a turn 1 Ragavan. That being said, we only have 4 bolts in our deck as good answers to turn 1 Ragavan, so it's possible we're supposed to still keep this hand. Because this hand's good if we're like playing a resource battle. I'm gonna keep it. I really don't know if if I should keep this though. I think it's close. Rude. Bolt. Bolt, 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 bolt. Bolt, 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 bolt. Give me a bolt. Bolt, please. Ugh. I refuse to Path of Ragavan on turn 1. I'm just not doing that. I will never do that. I refuse. Right, it really depends on what half of the deck they draw. If they draw, like, the Ragavan DRC half of the deck, this game gets a little sketchy. But they also don't have a clean answer to Scion, right? Outside of Unholy Heat, because they can't bolt it, they can't drown it, so... Like, turn 2 Scion is really good against them. So they have DRC Thoughtseize. Alright, well, their hand was sick. So that's not good. Yeah, they sometimes have Terminate. So now they take Scion, we play Kavu, and then they just drown that and we get blasted. Yeah. This does not feel good. Sure, Bloodbraid Elf. I mean, I gotta play Kavu, right? I can't really afford to not play Kavu here. Like, what else am I gonna do? Yeah, Dress Down kills Kavu too. It's a good point. Why is it not group with Hierarch? Seems fine we already have Bloodbraid Elf when I get the most out of mana. The problem with, like, the thing about Bloodbraid Elf is the body on it is much better. Like, it's a 3/2 with haste, so it puts pressure on them a lot more quickly than Shardless Agent. Like, the problem is the body on Shardless is so much less meaningful, you know? That's the issue with Shardless. Whereas, like, the body on Bloodbraid Elf is a lot better. Alright, they have 3 cards in their hand. So I guess my plan is just, like, Path Bolt. Probably do it upkeep. I could have went Iteration Bolt, but... I'm gonna Bolt the Ragavan, because if they counter it, I think I'd rather kill the Ragavan. See if they have a counterspell. Yeah, no counterspell. Maybe I should have waited till combat on the Ragavan, because they could have a second one. Yeah, I should have waited. Alright, we need to find a land for Bloodbraid Elf. They hit a land. Okay. Guess we could just cast Iteration, try to find a bolt. No, it doesn't work. Well, no, because we could bolt in our hand, yeah. Kroxa. I'm gonna discard the second iteration. Okay, that's not bad. So let's guess this. Put Tribal Flames into our hand. We have to find a path for the Kroxa. So Tribal Flames hand, Elf bottom, Plains exile, play Plains pass. They Kroxa, I discard Bolt. And then try to Bloodbraid into a path. Or I could take Tribal Flames, exile Plains, play Plains, they play Kroxa, I discard Elf, and then Bolt Tribal Flames the Kroxa. That seems bad, though. Not even really that close to lethal with Tribal Flames. Unless we draw a second one. So maybe my out is take... Yeah, okay, this is probably my only out. Take Tribal Flames, play Plains, pass. If they Kroxa me, discard Elf, end of turn, fire off a Bolt, and just try to spike a second Tribal Flames. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not gonna try to play a long game with them. I guess if I was gonna do it this way... Nah, because if I main phase the Tribal Flames and then discard... Yeah, that doesn't work, right? Yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna try and peel the Tribal Flames, I think. I guess I could keep the Elf. Discard Bolt, play Elf, hope they don't have a removal spell. No, that's just not a winning line. It's just not a winning line. Tribal Flames me. Let's fucking go! God! Let's fucking go. So good at this game. Sand's kind of weird. Sand is kind of weird. I think I should keep it. It's just, like, kind of slow, right? Did you keep the sand turtle? What do you think? Did I miss a scamming? Yeah, I peeled the Tribal Flames for lethal. Just instep Bolt, knock the top of the deck, peel Tribal Flames. What do you think, chat? Keep or mull? I'm leaning towards mulligan, but I think this hand's close. I feel like it's too slow. Maybe on the draw it's better, but on the play I think I can do better. Just like any opening hand creature. Yeah, this hand's so much better. This hand is just the same thing as the same hand as the last hand, but just with actual like creatures, you know. Let's go keep this, put back forests. Yeah, they didn't reveal Lurrus. That's a good point. If they're Lurrus, maybe I keep that. So I'm gonna go Breeding Pool into... Yeah, into Triome. Let's go Breeding Pool, Hierarch. Then we can go turn 2, tap Triome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be a little sketch. Oh, no, I can't tap Triome. I'm a dummy. Eh, whatever, it's fine. I just get Blood Crypts. And then just get a White Source next turn. It's still going to be the same. It's fine. Yeah, I was thinking... I guess in my head I was thinking about Scion of Draco. But this does not let me Scion. But it's fine. My left total doesn't really matter against Belcher, so... Bloodbraid Elf. Ooh, Tribal Flames you? Attack you for 1,000? So they have to kill me next turn? Well, I mean, they kept the 1 later, so they can probably kill me next turn. I guess I'll discard the Elf. The Elf's not going to matter, I don't think. Alright, go. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Don't draw a land. Don't draw a land. Don't draw a land. That's not a land. Yes. Easy. 2 free. 2 free. Last night I had to let my hammer opponent draw an extra 12 cards off of Sentinels, and so I still won the game. Really? That's crazy. I would almost rather lose the game than give my opponent extra cards off Sentinel in that matchup. Alright, do any of my cards do anything? No? I guess maybe Wear Tear? It's probably better than Helix, right? At least Wear Tear can deal with, like, treasure tokens, or if they have to go for, like, a Belcher Pass line, maybe. I could also Hushbringer to stop Fury, but that's kind of sketchy. I'm just going to do this. Wait, hold on. Did I mess up? Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. What's the text on Miracle? You cast it from your hand, right? You don't exile it and then cast it. What's the exact text on Miracle? I've never had that come up before. Explain Miracle. Oh my god. I can't. Well, it's too late. I didn't board it in, but... The timing of casting it is similar to the timing of casting cards with Madness. If a player intends to cast the card for its Miracle cost, the card is to be revealed immediately. Costs are paid when the effect causing the draw is finished and then triggered. So it doesn't exile, right? Yeah, but, like, the thing about with, like, it's comparing it to Madness, it's not the same thing as Madness, because Madness has a separate exile zone. You exile the card and then cast it from exile. But I don't think that's how Miracle works. Scion has a turn 2 Kavu. Sure. You know what I mean? I don't think they're the same, though. You may reveal this card from your hand as you draw it if it's the first card you draw this turn. When you reveal this card, you may cast it. Yeah, so you're casting it from your hand then, right? It's not like you're putting it into exile and then casting it. No, but what I'm saying, Otter, is I didn't know if, like, after the Miracle trigger, it then goes to exile prior to casting it. You know what I mean? But I'm, like, pretty sure it's cast from hand. If recross the paths. Okay. Let's see if there's anything fancy going on here. Looks like all the standard stuff. They did bring in Fury, which makes sense. Still have no idea what this card's doing, but... Alright, standard stuff. So I assume we lose. Yeah, I think it's cast from hand, too. I don't think it, like... There's no, like, separate Miracle Exile Zone, you know? I don't believe that's how it works. Yeah, I guess maybe they don't play around Ragavan? They revealed Blood Moon, and they put a Blood Moon on top. That's so smart. That is so smart. Because now if I dash the Ragavan, the card under the Blood Moon is probably just Reforge. That's so smart. Now what? I mean, I probably bought him the elf, right? I wonder if I let them draw the Blood Moon. I think I do. And just hope that I can mess with the rest of the top of their deck with Ragavan. I could even fetch basic Forest, attack for 4, just like cast Ragavan, they draw Blood Moon, and then I can attack for 4, play a Bloodbraid Elf. I actually kind of like that. I'm going to take a weird line here. I'm going to take a really weird line. I'm going to take a weird line here. I'm just going to get Forest, attack for 4, and then just cast the Ragavan, not dash it. And then I think I can beat the Blood Moon. It's not going to be easy, but as long as I mess with the rest at the top of their deck. Because they also didn't get the recross back, which is so huge. And if they cast Blood Moon, they have no green mana, right? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go. Just gotta land. And now we just cast Elf Attack for 7. Because now we get to hit the Reforge. This is so good. Unless they stack... It depends on what they put under the Reforge, you know? It really depends on what's under the Reforge, because I assume the Reforge is the next card, right? Let's see. Smashing is the next card. Okay. Okay. But they didn't put the Reforge there. So now what? They said GG's. Okay. Weird. Interesting. So if I had dashed Ragavan that turn, they would have drawn Smashing? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this can get the Sultai Triome. So this hand is insane. Because we can go turn 1 Monkey. If it connects, we can go turn 2, fetch Sultai Triome, tapped, cast Scion. So leave my monkey alone, please. Does not feel like they're going to leave my monkey alone. Oh, pause champ. Wow. Actually left the monkey alone. Alright, so Zagoth Triome, cast this thing. I guess getting Zagoth Triumph with double Helix in hand is kind of awkward, but I can still cast Iteration next turn, so it's not that bad. Oh, okay. I did not expect Mill off of Scalding Tarn, but I guess that makes more sense. Okay, well, we're dead. We appear to be dead. We have 25 cards. Can bolt that. Bolt that, attack for 6. And then Iteration, because we still can't hold up Helix, which is kind of awkward. That's bad. Alright, I need a land that casts Lightning Helix. Oh, it doesn't do it, yeah. Tribal Flames, huh? So, 5 you to 10, attack you for 4, put you to 6. But if they mill me out, I'm going to be a turn short. Is there any way... Maybe I should bolt the crap this turn? I feel like I shouldn't cast Iteration. This is really tough. Yeah, I missed the Archives, the double Archive trap. I did not expect Mill after they played Scalding Tarn. I feel like I'm supposed to attack for 4 and just kill a crab. What do you think about that? You want to cast Iteration? Problem is, what of our red sources are milled right now? So... Blood Crypt, Sacred Foundry, so we still have Steam Vent Stomping Ground. Okay, so that's not too bad. So we still have Steam Vent Stomping Ground, so we could try to Iteration into a Bolt. Is that what you're thinking? We can't cast Helix. I would love to cast Helix, but we can't do that. We have Zagoth Triumph Sacred Foundry, which is, again, the awkwardness about fetching the Zagoth Triumph. But... no, you're good. So it's like, if we hit a red source off of Iteration, casting it's pretty good, because then we have a... yeah, no, because then we have 2 red sources to play Flames Bolt next turn. Yeah, as shitty as it is, I think I just have to cast it and get lucky. Because I need to be able to cast 2 spells next turn, so... Alright, so get whatever, it doesn't matter. Guess Steam Vents, sure. And then Bolt to Crab, attack for 4. Did they peel another trap? Yeah, I can't really win if they peeled another trap. Alright. So they have 18 cards. Fetch puts me to 12. Nah, Fetch Sanity still kills me, right? Yeah, Fetch Sanity still kills me. Yeah, that also kills me. Alright, dead. Dead. So, playing against Mill, I like Rest in Peace. Not a fan of Wear Tear, not a fan of Hushbringer, not a fan of Path. I think I'm just going to cut Helix for Rest in Peace, call it a day. I want to keep the Bolts for Crabs. Helix is just your most inefficient removal spell, so... Playing EI and killing a crab does not play around fetching to sanity. Oh, you're saying just cast a bolt. Because we had, what, 21 cards in our deck? So if I had just cast a bolt and passed, they go fetch, crack 15, sanity puts me to 14, puts me to 1 card exactly. But then I can't kill them because I don't have a second red source, right? Because I can't kill them next turn unless I have 2 red sources, you know? Because in order for me to kill them, I would need to cast Bolt and Tribal Flames, right? Because hand's good. I don't think I'm going to risk playing the Hierarch on 1, because if I play Hierarch and they have push, I can't cast Scion on 2, so I'm just going to play Triome. No, I got you. I got you. It's also super awkward if I fetch, play the Hierarch, and they just, like, mill the... Yeah. So this has to get Sacred Foundry. Alright, cast Scion. Alright, we get trapped again. Yeah, their drop is really good. It's really hard to beat double crab, double trap. So now they can drown this. I think I'm just going to fetch... I want to get Stomping Ground. Did they mill it? No, they didn't mill it. Okay, so get Stomping Ground. I'm going to cast a Hierarch pre-combat. Attack for 5, play second Scion. We'll find out if they have Drown. Looks like they do. It's fine. We have another one. I hope they cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter and we mill a Scion. 3 mana, mill 4. Nice card. 3 mana, mill 4. Nice card. XD, XD. I should probably leave up blue mana, right? Yeah. Love 3 mana, mill 4. You heard that I'm going to win the Vegas event? You heard correctly. Fatal Push. Probably should have just picked up Giganta there instead of doing whatever the hell I just did. I don't want to fetch, but I should have picked up Giganta instead of playing this, I think. This fetch lane is basically dead to me. Yeah, it's also funny because I had 2 Scions in my opening hand, and they still hit one off of the Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Exactly 20. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. Alright, Dash Monkey. I feel like our clock is a little too slow. 26 cards in library. Hit a counter spell. It doesn't really do all that much. Alright, your turn. They don't have another lighter because they haven't played Surgical yet? Another Laughter. What do you mean? Yeah, you gotta find a Burn Spell or Haste Creature. Kind of flooded out a little bit there. Like, our opening hand was good, but just kind of drew too many monkeys and too many lands. Needed to find a Burn Spell. Like, I have a feeling we're only going to get 1 more draw step max. Yeah, it looks like we're only going to get 1 more draw step, so... Burn Spell! Yeah, I should probably fetch to Thin. Oh, no, this is horrendous, because now they can just trap me. Why did I do that? Okay, drew a Burn Spell. Yeah, fetching there was so bad. I thought I wanted the Thin, but... Yeah, I'm dumb. That was so bad. Just lost the game to trap for no reason. Alright, well, didn't get punished. Why would I ever get punished? Yeah. The reason I fetch is because it Vampiric Tutors the bolts at the top of my deck, right? So fetching was technically correct. Ah, see? See? That's just 5-head. It's just a 5-head line, you know? Hmm. Basic Forest, Noble Hierarch, and a bunch of red cards. I think I'm going to ship that one. Okay, this hand is fine. Is there any world where I just put... No, because I need the fetch land for blue mana. So I think this is one of those situations where... It's awkward because I have Sacred Foundry. So I can't go turn 1 Sacred Foundry Hierarch, turn 2 fetch for Zagoth, play Kavu. So I guess red-white, I guess Foothills is getting Breeding Pool. Yeah, Breeding Pool makes the most sense, right? Go Breeding Pool, Hierarch, turn 2, 4/4 Kavu, and just hope to draw another land. Yeah, okay. I mean, I could keep a non-fetch land, but then I have no blue mana. Yeah, I can't do that. I was trying to see if I could play around Archive Trap, but not really, because then I have no blue mana, you know? So it just kind of sucks if they have Archive Trap, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Okay, fetch, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Lightning Bolt, huh? I think I'm going to lead on Bolt. Would I rather have them counter? I could also just lead on Kavu. If they don't counter it, then upkeep the Bolt. I kind of feel like I'd rather have them counter the Kavu, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to play the Kavu. Without playing my land, so they don't, like, maybe this shows weakness. Maybe they don't counter for that reason. Okay. Alright, kill your crap. Yeah, Field of Ruin is super annoying. We build one of the basics, but we still have a Plains in our deck. Two basics, Forest Plains. Alright, Fatal Push the Hierarch. So I could EI or I could dash Ragavan. They're on 3 cards. Kind of think EI... no, I think I like dash Ragavan. Not sure if this is right, but... Alright, I'm just going to fetch main phase. Get Savai Triome. Fractured Sanity. Yeah. 2 Scions down, worth noting. Okay, not bad. So now we can dash Rag play EI. The last card's not exactly Fatal Push, which it's not. They're at 13. We hit a push. Alright, cast EI. Let's put Kavu in hand. Exile Foothills. They didn't have a trap last turn, so I'm going to fetch now. Get Temple Garden, I think. Visions. That's a good draw. Maybe they had that last turn. That could have been their last card. And now I feel very dead. Field of Ruin. Okay. Still have the Plains in our deck. So now I can go Hierarch dash Ragavan. But that's bad if they have a removal spell for Ragavan. I could just play out my hand. Which is a little bit better if they have a removal spell, so I think I'm going to do that. Would rather Rag die than a Kavu. Yeah, I guess that's fair. But the problem, again, is if I go Hierarch dash Ragavan, and then they kill Ragavan, I can't play the Kavu. You know what I mean? I kind of want to keep this in my deck. Just because I don't really care about the land, and I'd rather just, you know, in terms of the numbers. I don't know if it matters that much, but... Is the Blood Crypt still in my deck? Looks like it is. Okay, Lurrus is fine. I could beat a Lurrus, I think. Kind of feels like their last card is Counterspell, almost certainly. They cut me off of that. Guess I'll take it now. Okay, well, I still have red mana with the Hierarch. I have 22 cards. Okay, let's just cast this. Do we have a red source left to fetch? So this gets Sacred Foundry and Stomping Ground. And we have Stomping Ground here, Sacred Foundry here. So that cannot get red mana. It's unfortunate. I think I'm going to take the Rider in hand. Yeah, it would have been real nice if I could play this Rider. But I can't. Please don't Crypt Incursion? Yeah. And I can't cast the Scion because my... Yeah, the Savai Triumph's also gone. Oh, that's a good point. That's a great point. Do even camp, thank you for the 9 months. That is a really good point. So we go Scion to hand, exile this. Oh no, we can't because I have this Temple Garden. Can I undo? Okay, I can undo. So this to hand, this in the bottom, this in exile. Because then Heath can fetch Breeding Pool, right? Is Breeding Pool gone? Breeding Pool is not gone. Okay, that's good. So now I can attack for 5. Yeah, this works. Exile the Crab for Lurrus purposes. Yeah, now we can cast the Mantis Rider post-combat. Wait. Did I just miss it? Am I just that dumb? Am I blind? Like, sir? Oh, it's in play. Yeah, I'm blind. Okay, I'm just... I'm just dumb. It's literally in play. Okay. It's literally in play. I'm like looking at my graveyard. Where the hell is it? I can't find it. Oh, man. No, I didn't have to. I just completely forgot it. Oh, man. That's too good. So, I guess I should bolt this. Which I guess they're going to counter. I guess I have to attack with both. And then exile... Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I messed up. I thought I had another... I thought the Breeding Pool was in my deck still, so that was obviously bad. So they let Ragavan hit them. I'll take a free crab. It's free real estate. Your turn. Hope they keep drawing lands. Burn spell, hello? It's not a burn spell. I'm just going to discard this, try to find a burn spell. It's not a burn spell. Fractured Sanity. Can I cycle that? Oh, I can't cycle it. Should I cast it? Nah, I'm too lazy. Go. Target them. It doesn't even target. It's each opponent. Each opponent. Doesn't even target. Okay, I will cast Bloodbraid Elf. What say you, opponent? Shift Evolve is conceded from the game. Alright, well, I tried to lose that game. Uh, I guess we have blue mana off of the Ragavan. This hand is super sketch if they kill Ragavan. Holy crap. It's got 4 colors of mana and a Tribal Flames, though. And if we just draw a fetch land, we can cast Double Rider. I think you can't mulligan this hand. Like, if this connects, I have turn 2 Mantis Rider, so... I think you gotta keep this hand. It's just too high upside. 2-0 Hammer Time, 0-2 Burn, lost to Esper. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. What's up, Iron Blood? Nabi fixes the burn problem. Does it, though? Shriekhorn? How's our Dredge matchup? Probably not the best. That's probably good for us. Alright, Mantis Rider. Please don't mill a Cathartic Reunion. Oh, they didn't Shriekhorn. Why didn't they Shriekhorn instep? They just F6? Okay. No Cathartic, that's good. Good start. Yeah, which Niambi are we talking about? There's too many Niambis. Yeah, we have 3 Rest in Pieces, that's fair. Cathartic Reunion. No, Thrilling Discovery. Is it really that thrilling? I'm not thrilled to see them cast this card. What exactly is so thrilling about this? It doesn't really seem that thrilling. Alright, they get a Ghoul, they get an Amalgam. They did find a Conflagrate, which is pretty bad. We can just shove, right? Red, black, white, blue, green. The hell else are we doing, right? Just shove. Shove and pray. Alternative line is 5, 8, 13. We're not that far off of killing them, but... I think we just gotta shove. If we shove, they're dead next turn. Yeah. I think I gotta. Red, blue, white. I'm probably gonna... Well, I could just end step the bolt. Alright, go. So they get that back. We're at 12. I mean, I guess they could just kill us, right? Well, not necessarily. We'll see what they do. I'm not exactly sure what they should do here. If they should Ox, what they should Conflagrate. Like, they could just kill my board. They're just gonna Ox? Holy crap, that's good for me. Well, I guess they could just hit Narcomoebas, right? As blockers? Yeah. Okay, so 2 Narcomoebas plus a Chill, which is 14? Okay, maybe this is sketch. Now, do we have outs? They're at 14. But they're at an effective 6. But they have 2 flying blockers. I mean, I just gotta go to 3. I can't block. I gotta try and kill them next turn. Okay, didn't hit the last Chill. Alright, so what is a draw step that kills them? Nah, it tramples the green part, unfortunately. Red is first strike. They're at 14. I guess my only out is hope they don't block the Mantis Riders for some reason. It's not much else to do, right? Damn it, they blocked. Just block both, right? Alright, you win. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Rest in peace. Should we bring in Hushbringer for just Oxyvagonus? It doesn't stop anything else, right? Oh, actually, wait a minute. Isn't Hushbringer sick against them? Because it stops Prized Amalgams, right? It stops... It doesn't stop... So it stops Prized Amalgam and Oxyvagonus, but it doesn't stop Silver Smoke Ghoul, right? No, it doesn't stop Ghoul. It's probably worth bringing in, right? Just for stopping Oxen Amalgam. Like, Helix is trash. Not a fan of Ragavan either against Narcomoeba. Kinda want to cut Ragavan. Is that weird? I guess Expressive Iteration is maybe slower. We could do like 3 Ragavan, 2 EI. What do you think about that? Drannith stopping Conflagrate. Could do that, actually. Because Conflagrate is one of the more impactful cards, right? Do you think that's worth it? Like, would you rather have 2 Drannith over 2 Expressive just to stop Conflagrate? Because that card is kind of a beating, you know? I'm assuming we lose most of the games where they have a fast Conflagrate. But then it's also just like 2 mana 1/3 that doesn't really accomplish that much. It's tough. Yeah, we have Rest in Peace. Like, I would imagine most of our games are just mulligan to Rest in Peace, but... Stops Chill? No, because you're not casting it. It doesn't stop Chill. Alright, the plan is to mulligan to Rest in Peace. Yeah, this hand sucks. Well, the hand also sucks. It's a 1-lander anyways, I wouldn't want to keep it, even if it was like, you know. Just like with the London mulligan, I think you can pretty aggressively mulligan to your hate pieces. Okay, maybe it's different on 5. Because this hand just actually kind of functions. And I just put back these 2. So I can go Breeding Pool, Secret Foundry into... Yeah, this hand's fine. This hand is perfectly fine. Magistrate also stops Ox. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe Magistrate stops more than I think. But I've come a long way to... Self, it's all good. What do they got? Please don't Lightning Axe me. Please, please, please don't Lightning Axe me. Don't do it. Just play a Shriekhorn. Shriekhorn, Shriekhorn, Shriekhorn. They have Axe. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I love this song. This album is so good. I think this is my favorite TWP album. Yeah, they're asking me a question. Say to chill a Narcomoeba. Okay, okay, okay. Winnable, Copium. Give me a Rest in Peace. Any Rest in Pieces? Okay, that's not bad. So the question is, am I... I could attack, discard EI. No, I'm just going to hit their Loam, right? Yeah, I'm just going to attack and hit their Loam, I think. Which means I should just play this for a tapped Black Source pre-combat and cast this, so if they chump block, I get in more damage because it gives this trample. And then I can just EI next turn. Yeah, let's do that. So get Savai Triumph off of this. Cast this. Give this thing trample. Attack, and then exile their Loam. Unless they have a second Axe. That would suck. No. What grip tapped? Okay, attack here. Exile your Loam. Your turn. So they go to 14. Winnable. Winnable Copium. So they Dredge Thug, they hit Conflagrate, but they only have 3 cards in hand, so they can't really utilize Conflagrate that well. So, I don't know, we're still alive, kind of, sort of, maybe. They hit a Chill, a Narcomoeba with an Amalgam. Oh, okay, we're no longer alive. We are no longer alive. I would say that's a good. I would say that qualifies as a good dredge. I would say that qualifies as a good dredge. Above average dredge. So, Rest in Peace, or... So, Rest in Peace... I don't even know that Rest in Peace is good enough. Hello, flying. I declare a block. So, Rest in Peace. I mean, with that attack, Rest in Peace might be good. They have a Conflagrate in their graveyard, so... Alright, we're dead. Sag. Tried. Alright, beats. 3-2, not too bad. We lost to Dredge and 8-Rack, and we defeated Grixis Shadow, Belcher, and Mill. So, not too bad.